Today in Manchester, the Labour leader Keir Starmer launches his 5 mission for a better Britain. Looks to me like the Labour leader is already preparing to get the keys to Downing Street from the Tories. Let me know in the comments section if you think Labour is ready to govern the country. Are we ready for a Labour government? Now let's watch an extract from the speech Keir made in Manchester.
But also how you bring our country together, open minds, change how government operates, end the silos. It's about creating the conditions for ambition to be realised, for pride to be harnessed, purpose to be unlocked. 5 national missions. Mission 1, secure the highest sustained growth in the G7, with good jobs, productivity growth in every part of the country, growth that makes everyone, not just a few, better off. Mission 2, build an NHS fit for the future by reforming health and care services to speed up treatment, harness life sciences and technology, reduce preventable illnesses and cut health inequalities. Mission 3, make Britain's streets safe by reforming the police and criminal justice system, preventing crime early, tackling violence against women and girls, and stopping criminals getting away without punishment. Tough on crime, tough on the causes of crime. Now, you've heard that before, but it's right. Mission 4, break down the barriers to opportunity at every stage for every child by reforming childcare, reforming education, raising standards everywhere, and preparing young people for work and for life. And 5, yes, we will make Britain a clean energy superpower. And these missions, these 5 missions, will form the backbone of the Labour manifesto, the pillars of the next Labour government. They will be measurable, so we can track progress and be held to account. Long-term, so we can look beyond the day-to-day. Informed by experts and the public, so we can build a coalition for change. And each will support our drive for growth. Each will help us get our future back.
So those are his 5 key missions for the country. He then goes ahead and talks about how Labour will achieve these missions. Let's keep watching and see what else he has to say.
We have to understand that the how is as important as the what. So we're going to ask different questions of public servants and ministers. Difficult questions. How do we dissolve decision-making to those with real expertise on the ground? How do we bring people affected every day by the issues we must solve into the heart of our decision-making? How do we make sure that our relentless focus on the ends goes alongside flexible, creative and imagination about the means? How do we change incentives so that we embrace technology rather than be afraid of the risks that come with the new? And finally, one more question that draws on my experience running the Crown Prosecution Service. How, in everything we do, can we take a preventative approach, catching problems early before they fester and grow into something more deep-rooted? We will ask these questions because I'm not interested in dancing around issues or mouthing off about them, but in bringing people together with purpose and intent. And look, when I say everything will not be fixed just by spending more money, that's not just because of the damage the Tories have done to our economy, or because we think it's the responsible thing to do, though all of that is true. It's because the more I delve into these challenges, the more I can see things that are simply not working, things that could be sped up, joined up, given direction, made to work better. This is at the core of my politics. Government can prevent problems as well as fix them, can shape markets rather than serving them, can lead a collective national effort on growth and innovation. But without reforming the role of government, none of that will happen. Equally, I have to say, I'm not concerned about whether investment or expertise comes from the public or private sector. I just want to get the job done. And I mean that. We have to get it done. There is a massive role for the private sector in mission-driven government. But if the aspiration is merely to replace the public sector while extracting a rent, to privatise the profits while socialising the risk, that takes us nowhere. Mission-driven government is a different way altogether. Not state control or pure free markets, but a genuine partnership, sleeves rolled up, working for the national interest. Not command and control, Whitehall knows best, but an approach that understands what national renewal means. Change for all, from all. Let me give you an example. Zero carbon British electricity by 2030. A huge goal which will allow us to accelerate to net zero. Make no mistake, this goal would turn Britain into a clean energy superpower. It will put us ahead of any major economy in the world. That's a sharp intake of breath, by the way. And look, I'm already talking to CEOs, investors, entrepreneurs, unions, energy workers about how we get this done. The conversation always starts with a shake of the head. This is a bit much, Keir. Clean energy by 2030, that's going to be going some. But when I tell them, here's the ambition, here's the plan, and here's the opportunity for you, there is a powerful urgency to make it happen. But it will only happen with the right building blocks, cheaper bills, real energy security, independence from tyrants like Putin, and an industrial strategy that can win the race for jobs in the green industries of the future. Now, each of our 5 missions will contain this formula: a measurable goal, the building blocks of a clear strategy, and the first steps of a credible long-term plan. First steps like the insulation of 19 million homes, like training for people to be heat pump fitters, builders, engineers, electricians, like GB Energy, a new British company that will supercharge our drive for cleaner energy, and taken together lay a new foundation for prosperity in every community. Every community. Now, today, I want to focus on Labour's mission for the British economy, because no mission is more important to the future of our country. Now, in the last year alone, Rachel Reeves and I have met thousands of business leaders, CEOs all over the country, leaders in retail, in hospitality, life sciences, digital, clean tech, the creative industries. We've met workers on the shop floor and those suffering profoundly from the cost of living crisis right across Britain. And through all of this, what we need has become crystal clear: growth. Economic growth is the oxygen for our ambitions, the lifeblood of a strong society and a successful economy. Higher living standards, better public services, more hope and opportunity. Without strong growth, these are just empty slogans. And let me spell it out. If growth over the last 13 years had been as strong as under the last Labour government, we would have £40 billion extra to spend on schools and the NHS without a single extra penny in tax. Britain needs to create more wealth, needs to be more competitive. It's that simple. Now, you may ask, it's easy to want growth, so what's so different about you? Well, I say, for 13 years, there's been no plan, no urgency, and no one with the courage to do the hard yards that will change who growth is for and where it comes from. So let me announce the economic mission of the next Labour government. By the end of Labour's first term, we will deliver the highest sustained growth in the G7.
Let me know what you think about the mission and the speech. Is it all just politics to gain keys to Downing Street? Or are they real missions that can be achieved in the first few years of a Labour government? We best not be hearing the Tories have left so much mess. It will take us X more years to fix the economy from Labour, like we did from the Tories. Thanks for watching and have a lovely evening.